Assalamu alaikum. My name is David, or in Arabic, Daoud. Good to see everybody here. My wife Diane and I turned on the television midday to observe the report of an active shooter. A person who has spent lots of time in the Inland Empire. The first thought that came to my mind was, I hope that it's not somebody that I know who's being killed. And I was distressed over that. And I was somewhat pleased to find out that it's no one that I knew, but someone who was a friend of someone close to me, one of the victims. The second thought that I had, you know, I got to tell you that living here in Santa Barbara, whenever there's a crime committed, first thing that comes to mind is I hope they're not African American. You know, when the report comes in, and I know my Latino friends, they say the same thing. Hear the report, hope it's not somebody who's Latino. My first thought, after hoping that it wasn't someone that I knew who was a victim, was not I hope it wasn't that the perpetrator or perpetrators were not African American, but I was hoping that it was not someone doing it in the name of Islam. The very express purpose, reason, that I knew what would the outcome would be in terms of the response socially, nationwide, what we have seen in terms of the Islamophobia. People have come from every part of the world as immigrants to this country. From Europe, from Asia, from Latin America. In many cases, they have stepped comfortably on the backs of my people to raise themselves up and create a brand new identity for themselves over and against the identity of my people. And yet at the same time, there's a compassion that's been inbred in many of us. And I, as a Christian and as a pastor, have to announce that the message of Jesus is forgiveness. And we don't even have the luxury of choosing to forgive if we're following Jesus. The decision has been made. When we enter into relationship with Jesus, it is a relationship of forgiveness. We experience forgiveness, and we are mandated to provide for it. We may not always know where we're going to come up with the strength. Turn to our Creator for grace in order to provide forgiveness. It's not a question of if we're going to forgive, it's just how we're going to forgive, because it's not always easy. And there was something inside of me that day that was willing to bend over, to provide my back voluntarily to my Muslim brothers and sisters around this country, and to say to them, we know what it's like to feel the slights, the insults, the oppression, the castigation, the stigmatization, the false characterization, the hate. We know what it's like. We know what it feels like. But maybe you don't quite know historically how we feel. And so I was willing, my spirit was willing to bow down and say to my Muslim brothers and sisters, we've been there. We know what it feels like. And we want you to have a fighting chance. We want you to put your foot on our backs and raise yourself up in this country. Because you belong here just like we belong here. This country belongs to you as much as it belongs to anybody else. I want to announce that to you. If you are Muslim, you belong in this country. It is yours as much as it is mine or anybody else.